What's the most savage insult you've ever heard from a child? My 6-year-old nephew absolutely destroyed my sister at Thanksgiving dinner, and honestly, she deserved it. My sister Emma has always been obsessed with appearances. Perfect makeup, designer clothes, constantly taking selfies. She's the type who spends 2 hours getting ready just to go to Target. At family dinners, she'd always make these passive-aggressive comments about everyone else's life choices. So we're all sitting around the table last Thanksgiving. Emma shows up an hour late because she had to get her nails done. She's wearing this ridiculous white dress to a family dinner where we're eating gravy and cranberry sauce. Classic Emma move. She immediately starts her usual routine. Comments about how mom's stuffing has too much salt this year. Mentions how Uncle Rick should probably lay off the dinner rolls. Makes this big show of only eating tiny portions because she's watching her figure. Then she turns to my brother Jake, who just started community college. So Jake, still taking those little classes? When are you going to get a real degree? Jake just stared at his plate. The kid's working 2 jobs to pay for school. Emma kept going. She asked my cousin about her starter apartment and wondered when she'd get a grown-up job. She even made a comment about Dad's old truck in the driveway, saying it was embarrassing. The whole time my nephew Tyler was just sitting there eating his turkey and watching. Tyler's Jake's 6-year-old son. Super quiet kid, usually just plays with his food and doesn't say much during adult conversations. Emma was on a roll. She started talking about her new boyfriend's BMW and how they're looking at condos downtown, really laying it on thick about how successful she is compared to everyone else. Then she made her biggest mistake. She looked at Tyler and said, "Tyler, sweetie, make sure you study hard in school so you don't end up like your daddy, okay?" The table went dead silent. Jake's face turned red. Mom literally gasped. Dad put down his fork and just stared at Emma. But Tyler? Tyler just looked up from his mashed potatoes, blinked those big innocent eyes, and said in the sweetest voice ever, "Aunt Emma, why do you talk so much when you don't have anything important to say?" The silence that followed was deafening. Emma's mouth fell open. She just sat there, frozen, with her fork halfway to her mouth. But Tyler wasn't done. He tilted his head like he was genuinely curious and added, "And why are you so mean to everyone when you're not even that pretty?" I nearly choked on my green bean casserole. Uncle Rick started coughing to hide his laugh. Mom's eyes went wide like she couldn't believe what she just heard. Emma's face turned bright red. She tried to stutter out some response, but Tyler just went back to eating like nothing happened. Meanwhile, Jake was trying so hard not to smile that his whole face was twitching. The best part? Tyler said it with zero malice. He wasn't trying to be mean. He was just asking honest questions the way kids do, which somehow made it 10 times more brutal. Emma sat there for maybe 30 seconds, then suddenly stood up and announced she had to leave early. Something about meeting her boyfriend's parents. She grabbed her purse and practically ran out the door. After she left, Tyler looked around the table and asked, "Did I say something wrong?" Dad just reached over and ruffled his hair, saying, "No, buddy, you said something very right." Jake was beaming with pride.